Hey everybody, this is Chaos Games. Today, what I want to talk about is sci-fi and what they're doing with the new series that they're going to come out with in April called Defiance. Now, obviously, you might think it's weird at first that I'm talking about a TV show, but I'm not really as concerned with that as I am with the fact that they're coming out with a MMO that ties directly in with the TV show. Now, that's a untreaded water right there. That's an interesting concept, and I'm fascinated by it. I've heard interviews, and I encourage everybody out there, if this is the first you've heard of it, check out the interviews. They're doing a making of series. I'll probably link some of the watch YouTube videos on there in my description. But they're talking about a new innovative idea where things that occur in the show will directly affect things that are occurring in the game. Because I think one is taking place in St. Louis in the show, while the game will be taking place in San Francisco. Same world, and the events run parallel. Now, you might think, oh well, it's a little tacked on MMO, but Tryon Worlds is on it. And if you don't know who they are, they're the creators of Rift. I never personally played it, but from what I've seen, both from critical review and user review, it's about matched up. It was well received, and so they seem to know what they're doing at least a little bit when it comes to MMOs. Now the MMO itself is going to be a shooter of sorts, and like I said, take place in San Francisco in the same time period and same world as the show Defiance, and that's crazy to me. I'm wondering how they're going to implement this. They said comments such as what the community does will affect what happens in the show. Now I'm thinking, okay, this could go one of two ways. Will it be that a chain of predisposed events that happen in the game affect what happens in the show, or will actual community activity affect what happens in the show? Will they implement that kind of fan interaction with the universe, where the community literally plays a hand in what happens in the sitcom? Hate the premise, love the premise. You can't deny that either which way, it is groundbreaking. Now, the closest thing I've seen to an idea such as this, and it was very loose and totally, pseudo and very early, was what they did with the Matrix. With that game where Jada Pinkett Smith, it was forget the name of the game. I have the game still, and I can't remember what it's called. But if you remember the game, The Matrix, they had actual canon bits of the story take place in the game, and bits that take place in the movie, which that was pretty cool. But it was the stories that were going on parallel. There's two different sides of the story. This seems to be something similar, but events from the show will affect events in the game. Events from the game, maybe the community, if they can pull that off, that would be impressive, will affect events that happen in the show. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm thinking that is the most innovative scenario. Like I said, the most likely scenario is that a certain chain of predisposed events that happen in the game based on the story in the game will play a direct role what happens in the show. But if they can manage to pull that off, that will be interesting to see. Now, I'm not going to play MMOs. I don't play MMOs anymore. I learned my lesson by playing Final Fantasy 11 for years. I'm never touching MMO again. But I'm interested and fascinated to see how this turns out. Now, I'm interested to see what everybody else thinks after anybody else decides to go out there and look at the making ofs of Defiance and see and see what they think about it. Share it with me. Do you think it'll work? A lot. I've seen ends on both ends of the spectrum. Most people think, "Oh God, sci-fi doing this. Uh, it's not going to work out so well." But a lot of people are like, "Well, we're looking forward to this. It's going to be innovative. It's going to be interesting." So I'm just wanted to put that out there and share what my findings. And like I said, I'll put some links in the description, or a link in the description so you guys can find them for yourself. I'll link the first one, but it is an interesting, groundbreaking concept. Now, anyway, this has been Kaous for Kaous Games. Until next time, gamers, game on.